first of all, let me apologize to y'all, okay? I'm a person where I suffer through anxiety a lot, constant state anxiety. And when it comes to communicating, sometimes I am off my rocker. Sometimes I can stay on some subject, sometimes I don't stay on subject. And it's because of my life. I've never had a physical stable environment to stay in, so I feel like that reflects me mentally, you know. And I'm just apologizing right now because I know I'm probably going to be all over the place at some point when it comes to these videos. And I also have another YouTube channel, which is why I know that like I'm going to be ruffling feathers sharing my story, but I promise you I'm not doing that. I'm looking for an emotional shelter. It's 2 days from Christmas. I can't see my kids. I feel alone. I feel unwanted. I've been thinking about taking my own life. I don't know how long I'm going to keep going on because I'm tired. I'm tired as fuck. I'm Ray Ray, by the way. At some point y'all gonna learn my real name, but like I don't feel like getting into that because I hate my real name. I really do. Ray Ray is a nickname, short for Raven. I'm 38 years old. I'm a mom. And it's funny, 38. I have 38 days left until I'm going to be back out on the streets again. And I've been dealing with chronic homelessness for about 19 years, most of my life. And like the homeless that I'm talking about is like not necessarily 19 years of just out on the street. I mean, the majority of the year I'm out on the street. Now, I do have moments where I do have a roof over my head or, you know, shelter. But for the most part, I haven't had a car in 8 years. I haven't had my own place since I was about 19 years old. The last time I had a place was with like my ex and family or whatever, and that wasn't really my place, and it's a big story why I ended up losing that spot. But it's just, I feel like my entire life I've never been able to be stable because I've never been in a stable environment. I've never been in a physically stable environment. I've always had to be an adult. Even as a kid, I was a 6-year-old, 7-year-old crossing guard. Let me tell y'all more about myself. I'm a mother. I think I said I'm 38 years old. I am in Miami, Florida, and we all know it's expensive as out here. I be cussing every now and then, but I'm trying to be careful because I don't know how YouTube is with these days. It's always updating, always upgrading, and I don't want, you know, to get shadow banned or anything like that. Well, I'm just very exhausted and tired. I've been trapped in a loop of homelessness for 19 years. And I go to work tomorrow. Yes, I work. And I don't know why, like, not everybody, but some people have this view of homeless people being bums, winos, druggies. Not saying that they out there, because they is. But you have some homeless people that's just like me, you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes I hear some people make fun of homeless people, or you look homeless, and in my mind, like, you know what I'm saying, the fuck a homeless person look like, you know what I'm saying? Like, do you have to look a certain way, act a certain way, smell a certain way? You know what the fuck that mean? But yeah, I made this because like I just really have to start this journey for my healing, or I'm gonna take my, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like I've been going through this I call it a journey because I'm a firm believer in God, and I believe that I've been going through this for a reason. But sometimes I feel like God has forsaken me. I'm not religious at all. And if you don't believe in God, or you're an atheist, or you don't believe in nothing, please click off right now, because I'm one of those people that I do turn the other cheek, but sometimes I don't. So if you get disrespectful with me, don't feel bad. if I shoot a Kamehameha and give you the shit right back. You know what I mean? Because some people, I'm the type of person, like, I don't like to start it and I don't like to finish it, but sometimes I feel like I need to finish it. Oh yes, I'm a firm believer in God, and I'm just starting to lose faith right now. This job that I have, I've had it for about 7, 8 months. Before I had it, I was out of work for months, y'all. I'm telling y'all, like, I ain't had no car in a very long time. So trying to get around in Miami with no car on a bus, not only is it dangerous, it's like catching a bus these days is just like a job within itself. Doesn't it feel like everything that you do is a job, especially when you black? Your hair is a job, putting on makeup is a job, shaving is a job, going to a job is a job, coming home is a job. It's like everything is such a fucking goddamn job. Like, I feel like everybody's sleeping with one eye open these days. It's not just me. It's not just because of what I'm experiencing, but it's like, I feel like we're dealing with a lot of demonic entities, and it's just things that's just trying to make you to where you just literally working yourself to death. We got all these distractions to where you can't even focus on the video for, you know what I'm saying, like 10, 11 seconds, to where it's something else popping up that's catching your attention. Anyways, let me stay on subject because that's my goal, y'all. Like I told, like, my mind be all over the place. I'm constantly reliving things that I've been through. Let me stick to this. With this job that I had, this job is straight. I'm a military veteran, by the way, and I work in a military veteran nursing home. And I was going to work and save and, GTFO, get my own crib. That's what I've been trying to do for like ever. But something always comes up to immediately stop that. Either a screw up that I make, or just life in general, because I'm the type of person, I grew up with no guidance. This ain't no disrespectful to my parents, but my parents were in an era where back in the day when we had grandpa go to work and grandma stay home, cook, clean, or whatever. Then we had the era where two parents was at home. Now we got the era where one parent at home, and then this upcoming era where there's no parents at home. I'm at the era where like both my parents was working, so they was working so hard, and they wasn't able to always do things that they needed to do as a parent. So I pretty much feel like I've had to raise myself. Like, even when it came to relationships, there's a lot of things that I've had no guidance in, which is why my life has just been complete total chaos. I literally had to learn the hard way, because that's the only way I knew. I'm sorry, my video, that's the only way I knew how to learn. But with this job, the last 2, maybe 3 months, I'm sorry, I just got triggered. Like, y'all gonna learn more about me throughout these videos. But over the last few months, they cut my hours. They gave all of my hours to new hires, and I've only been, like, the last 3 months been making like $400 a month. So what is that? That's nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, what can you do with $400 a month? Like, can you, like, how can you survive? The only blessing that I have is like my job is like maybe 10 minutes away from the crib. You know what I'm saying? And like the beginning of December, my boss, why I said that? Is she thinking about me? Is she talking about me? My landlord hit me with a strange conversation. It was basically like, that in January you're being evicted, right? January 1st. Me, of course, I didn't have no idea, And apparently my roommates were supposed to tell me, which according to them, they didn't even know. But since October, I've had an eviction notice to January 1st. And I learned at the beginning of December. Now, my landlord, being the kind-hearted, level-headed, sensible, understanding, empathetic woman that she is, and what I'm saying is, what I'm going through is not her fault at all. Like, this woman has done everything in her power to help me when it comes to my situation. It's just, it takes a village. You know what I'm saying? It takes a village to take care of children. I feel like it takes a village to help out an adult as well. But she actually extended my stay to the end of January. So I've got 38 days until my time is up. And my rent has been raised. Where I stay, rent has been raised in this area, and I can no longer afford it. I'm the only one in this house that works, and I just feel like I'm being dealt another unfair hand. The people that I stay with, they're blessed because of nepotism, you know. And no disrespect. Am I hating? Hell yeah, I'm hating. And I'm hating because I've never experienced that unconditional love that a child should experience. I've always been treated like a tool. If I'm not making this, if I'm not bringing this, I ain't worth shit. My entire life, I've been told that I'm going to be growing up to be nothing but a druggie out in the streets. So when I see families sticking together, even when they don't have nothing, I admire that. And I envy it. I'm even a little jealous, because I've never had somebody where it's like, you could stay here for a few months, get a job, get your head on straight, do what you gotta do. I never had that. I never even had that when I was like 16, 17. Like at 17 years old, my parents stopped providing me with school clothes, providing me with food. I don't know what they were going through mentally, but I'm here to break these generational curses. And the generational curse I suffered from is being forced out of your parents' house when you turn 18. That's what I've been dealing with. And it was more of psychological torture, because my parents, they basically, when I hit 18, they told me that they was going to make my life so miserable that I wanted to leave. And I never got on my feet. Never. I've been struggling ever since. I've never had nobody believe in me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I definitely believe in myself, because I'm still here. You know, I'm sharing my story with y'all. But it's just, I've always had a rocky foundation or no foundation. So combine parents with that don't give a fuck about you, and they mad at you in the world because of how their life was as a kid. So you got a GTFO at 18. And my thing is, when you're 18, you're still a teen. It's still teen. You still a teenager, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't have my life together. I didn't know how to balance a checkbook. I didn't know how to do this, that, or the third. And I really felt like that my parents hated me because I was aging. That's how I feel. And dealing with that for 19 years. I wasn't staying with my parents for 19 years, y'all. Y'all gonna learn my story throughout here. I can't put 19 years worth of trials and tribulations in here, but I started this because I wanted to have an emotional shelter. I want to have a permanent emotional shelter. I've never had a physical emotional shelter. I need to have a permanent one, because I'm a mom, and I'm sitting here thinking about taking my own life because I'm tired. When I learned this information the last few weeks, I've been reaching out to organizations. I'm a military veteran, by the way. I finally got the courage to reach out to the military. Why haven't I reached out to them for years? Because I've been ashamed. I was in there for short term. I left due to sexual abuse. So I didn't feel like I deserved it. I didn't feel like I deserved the help, you know. And for many years, I've felt like I was nothing. So like, y'all, I just been dealing with this because I've always felt like I deserved it. And like, I don't know why I'm this way, but I'm getting to the point that I do want to help myself, because I have children. Our children are safe and sound. Like, I think I said it before. I'm sorry if I didn't, but they stay with family. And I can't stay with family right now. It's very traumatic. But yeah, these videos that I'm doing right now, it's a soul cry. It really is. It's 2 days away from Christmas. I hate holidays. I haven't seen my kids since July. Everybody right now is like flying out, getting ready to see family. I wish I had a family I could be dysfunctional with. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that I don't have a family, because I do. But when you have family that don't treat you like family and their love is conditional, it feels like you don't have nobody. So I just feel like I have nobody right now, and I'm unwanted. And I just want to get my feelings out, because I know there's a lot of people that feel the exact same way that I do. And like, you trying to hide, you know what I'm saying? Like, even when it comes to women, we always have to look a certain way or be a certain way. Like, I even just put a little bit of makeup on to do this video, but like, it's hard out here whether you're a man or a woman. And I just want to let people know that, like, you're not alone. You know what I'm saying? You could hit me up. Like, it's just, we are living in the worst time of our life. And it's like, every year is getting harder and harder. But I just want y'all to just like, just stick it out with me. To the ones that still like listening to this, I love you from the bottom of my heart. I do, because like, I don't even know what I'm going to do with myself in the next few weeks, but I know I'm going to work hard. I've been aggressively looking for work. And like, because I don't have a car, I've been looking for a work from home job. And we all know that's going to take forever. So I've been reaching out to services. I've been trying to do the best that I can. I've been playing phone tag because VA office finally called me back. And then I called them back. And it's just, it's all going to come together. But I'm very low when it comes to my faith right now, and I just wanted to make it known that like, you don't have to be perfect in this land, and you're not alone. I've been so embarrassed about my homelessness for so long. This is my biggest secret that like, I keep with me. Like, the world has made it to where you embarrassed if you don't have enough money for food, if you don't have enough money for clothes, if you don't have enough money. And it shouldn't be that way. Food is expensive as fuck right now. It truly is. And it's like, these are the things that we require to survive. And it's like, just to be shameful that you don't have these basic necessities. Like right now, I'm shamed. I'm almost 40 years old and I don't have nothing to show for myself. One thing I can say is I've always been a hard worker. I've always had a job, even when I'm out on the streets. And it's like, I can't ever get my life together. Like, I'm such a very kind-hearted soul. And like, I've literally had the option to help myself and put myself in a better situation and decide to help somebody else, and it makes me sink a little more. And it's like, I don't even know what to do with myself anymore at this point, y'all. But I'm definitely going to try to keep up more with these videos, and the more y'all get to learn about me, I hope I can find my soul tribe, my family, you know, the people that be on social media. And it's like, when you see something you don't like, you just scroll instead of giving it negative energy. The type of person that is still trying to put a smile on people's face, even though when they miserable and they dying inside. The type of person that doesn't know how to be mean, and like only be mean when they have to, but operates off of kindness and fairness. And like, that's the type of person that I am. And that's the emotional shelter that I'm looking for. So I'm gonna try to keep up with these videos as much as I can. Right now, I'm just completely, totally out of it. I'm just gonna prepare for work tomorrow. And I'm probably gonna put up a video, like let y'all see me when I'm out and about and stuff. But we gonna see how I can get through this and if I can get through it.